Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Maddie here from Chill TCG. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Grand Finals match from our Last Chance Qualifier tournament, which wrapped up this past Wednesday. It was a great tournament, great turnout. Of course, the winner of this tournament got that last invite to our invitational tournament for our second season, the 32nd seed. So this match, it's going to be a good one. We got Richard Ruiz playing Pikarom versus Ryan Mefford playing Eternatus. So we're going to be watching it from Ryan's perspective, of course, playing the E-turn here. It is straight E-turn. I don't believe he's running anything too crazy in this list. He might be running hammers. I honestly kind of forget. We had plenty of different E-turn variants in this tournament. But, Richard Ruiz here, Barton Kaftel, as you can see in the top left, he was playing just sort of a typical Pika list, actually the exact same list that won our tournament last week. So we're going to see that that Ryan is starting off here going first. He gets the Spiritomb in the active slot, and he's going to Pokecom away a Zigzagoon. Going to look through his deck, maybe check his prize cards. We do see Dangerous Drill there. We have 2 Reset Stamps in the deck, and I do not see any hammers. So, yeah, it's looking like just a pretty straight-up basic E-turn list. I do like Dangerous Drill. I think it can be very good. In certain scenarios, we see the Yveltals, the Spiritombs, we see an Absol there as well, so kind of just like an all-around straight E-turn list. Pretty similar to, kind of what we used to see with E-turn way back in the day, but we're going to see him, bench that E-turn V. He's going to put an energy onto it, and we're going to see him, he's probably going to ping that Spiritomb there before his turn ends. Debating whether he should put down the Zigzagoon this turn. And you know what? He's actually just going to go ahead and Crobat for 3 cards. Finds another Crobat, which is nice. 2 switches and a Pokecom. So, he's his hand isn't looking terrible for next turn. He does want to find that energy. He does have a way to switch out. So we'll see. But this Pikarom list, of course, with the Crushing Hammers, with the Yell Grunts that's in Richard's list, could be pretty difficult for E-turn to set up early in the game. And there's that Hammers. Ooh, it is Tails right off the gate. So not bad. Richard starting off with Tapu. Oh, there's a Team Yellgrunt. Oh, man. Yeah, that's pretty, that's going to make things difficult for Ryan here, as long as, he can't get energy on the board. He's not going to be able to attack. And E-turn, it doesn't have any other way to accelerate energy other than just manually attaching. So Pikarom can really take advantage of that. And I think that's definitely the best win condition for Pikarom in this matchup. He's going to bench a Crobat, draw some cards, and then he benches Pikarom there. And he's just going to go ahead and put a lightning energy and pass his turn. We see him, he has that basic energy back into his hand, but he actually top-decked a hiding energy. So we're going to see what he elects to do with this turn. He's going to go ahead. He's going to attach a hiding energy there. I like this play. I think you Pokecom for an E-turn V. Maybe go for a Power Accelerator this turn. You don't evolve yet. So that's exactly probably what he's going to do. He Pokecoms away the VMAX. I'm not sure. I maybe would have kept that in my hand. But you know what? He probably wants to bench that Goon and the Crobat this turn. He probably wants to get them all down on the board. And I can kind of understand that, so he's going to go ahead and do that to draw some more cards. Pretty understandable. He's going to ping the Pikarom. Sure. I'm not sure it matters too much in this matchup. But you know what? It's probably more worth to get some damage down on that thing than anything else, right? So he's going to play Crobat, draw 4 cards. We do not see, anything that he can really use next turn. We have a Quick Ball. He can't play any cards. He is going to Power Accelerator here. But again, he doesn't really have any way to find that VMAX card. That's why, I think it was risky getting rid of that in your hand. It's definitely something that you're going to want to evolve into next turn. Now his bench is locked. Ooh, we see a Hammerhead's probably going to be on the active. So yeah, now we see that he has no bench space to play more Crobats to draw any cards. He's got nothing in hand, no supporters, right? So he's really looking to top deck, probably into either just a draw supporter, but really he wants to get that VMAX so he can attach it to the active spot, evolve in, and start getting some damage out. But again, hitting that hammers this turn, it's a little bit annoying. If he hits another hammers and gets heads, it's really not going to be looking good for Ryan here. But we're going to see him just put a second energy on that Pikarom, put the Crobat in the active spot, and pass his turn. So, Ryan here, he's going to be able to just keep building up this Spiritomb. He top deck Dangerous Drill. It's not really going to help him here. And to be honest with you, I think you might just want to attach to the bench and just Power Accelerator yet again. There's really not a whole lot you can do. You're really just playing for the top deck at this point. I guess, if he still had that VMAX in hand, he could have gotten some decent damage off. He's actually going to go into the Spiritomb and get some damage off on this Crobat. That's 100 damage right off the bat. So pretty interesting, actually. Pretty interesting. Will that work out for him in the long run? I'm not sure. Richard's probably going to be able to get a full blitz off here, and he's got a pretty decent sized hand. I assume he's going to be able to find something else, maybe a Raichu to put down on his bench, maybe Mewtwo or a Boltund. Not bad at all. We're going to see an Air Balloon come out, and that'll give him free retreat on that Crobat. He's probably going to go into his Pikarom there, I would imagine. And he discards another Pikarom, a Raichu, and he discards that Eldegoss, which is actually kind of wild. I mean, I thought I just saw 2 Boss's Orders in his discard pile as well, so very interesting indeed. But I got to assume that he's looking to find that Mewtwo. And he is, he's going to quick ball away a Boltund. Probably going to find that Mewtwo, unless maybe he's going to draw Dedenne or anything like that. Yeah, okay, so he'll find the Mewtwo. He's going to put that down on the bench. I assume he's got energy as well to attach to that Pikarom, and then he's just going to go ahead and full blitz, knock out the Spiritomb, and put 3 more energies on his Mewtwo, putting him definitely a pretty good spot. And like I said, Ryan, he just really needs to top deck some stuff here. He's going to quick ball array research. Is he going to drop a Dedenne down? Maybe he missed energy. Maybe he doesn't have that energy in hand and he needs to search for it. He actually grabs another Boltund, which is a little bit interesting. He will bench that Mewtwo. I think that's smart. Yeah, and there's the Dedenne. So just thinning his deck with that quick ball. Gets rid of Boltund, Switch, and a Reset Stamp, I believe. So, kind of playing fast pace right now, but I think it's something that you really kind of want to do. I think, you don't really have to balance your resources too fast against E-Turn. You really want to kind of rush through it. Make sure that you're constantly denying him of energies while, getting as fast as a start as possible, because it's going to take some time to KO some Pokemon. Pikarom, does very consistent damage, does damage spread as well with Tag Volt, but, the total damage output isn't too crazy, so you're going to want to attack early. We do see a full blitz on the Spiritomb, 150. That'll get the KO, and he's going to go ahead and put 3 energies. He might put some, so he's just going to put 3 on Mewtwo. I think that's smart. I think that's also definitely very smart. Next turn, perhaps he could Koko to Boltund and Mewtwo while attaching to a Pokemon. That could get some, I think that's 9 energies on board next turn, maybe. It's possible. And that could be enough to get some big damage off with Boltund and get some KOs. But we do see a quick ball here from Ryan, and he does have the bench space open, so he will be able to grab. He has Marnie in hand, so this is a bit interesting. I suppose, you're just going to Crobat for 3. We're going to see a dangerous drill here. He's going to knock off that Air Balloon, not bad. And now he gets to Crobat for 5 cards. Finds an energy, still no VMAX, so it's looking like he's going to have to Marnie out this turn. I think you just attach to active. You just hit him with the old Marnie, and you hope that you draw into that VMAX or some way to find it. And, wow. Okay, so no VMAX. Very unfortunate for Ryan there. I don't think the odds were super high. I think he had a decent chance to find that VMAX, but not finding it, definitely pretty terrible. And he's gonna have to just free retreat into Zigzagoon and pass his turn, because he doesn't want to, he doesn't want any damage to get put onto those E-turn Vs there. So we'll see what Richard does this turn. Like I said, he could do the Tapu Koko setup, or we're gonna see Hammer. Okay, that's Tails. I think he's down 3 Hammers. He might have a 4th one. One might be prized. There's the 4th one, and that one is head. So 50-50 right now this game with the Hammers. Already 1 Yell Grunt popped, and he has 1 Yell Grunt left in deck. But you know what? It could be in hand. You never know. It could be prized. But overall, I would say Richard has a much more advantageous board state right now than Ryan does. And oftentimes this is kind of what you see happening, right? This just sort of happens pretty often when you're playing this matchup. If you do get your Hammers and your Yell Grunts off early in the game, you can really kind of handcuff this this E-turn matchup and make sure that they can't really get off to an early game in terms of getting damage off and getting KOs off. We're actually going to see him free retreat into Mewtwo. I kind of like that. Get some energy in the discard pile. Could he be perhaps sitting on a Marnie or a research? He's down 4 research, so that's probably a no on that department. Again, we could see a Tapu Koko, but I don't know how many energies are in his discard pile right now. But I think just getting a full blitz off with this Mewtwo is more than fine. And we're going to see him attached to Boltund, so I kind of like that. We're going to see a Dance of Ancients. I don't know how many are in his discard pile. Is it just 1, or is it 2? We will see. I think either way, you're going to put that on Pikarom. Okay, so he popped it with just 1. Oh, and he's going to end his turn on Dedenne, yeah. Very nice. So that's 6 fresh cards. Everything going pretty well right now for Richard. I believe he's still... Oh, no, he did attach this turn. And there's the Yell Grunt, yeah. So that's, I don't want to say that's game, but, right now, and there goes the Swell. It's just not looking great right now for Ryan. He's on turn 5 or 6 or whatnot. I kind of forget, but he doesn't have any energy on board. He doesn't even have a VMAX out right now. and no matter what this turn, he's not going to be able to attack. And this Pikarom deck, Richard's just going to be able to start, picking away at some stuff. He is down some boss, but really he just needs like 2 more KOs on some 2 prize Pokemon, which is, all that Ryan has on his bench. He does have Crobat in hand, but again, it's not looking great because you do have some cards in your hand that you really can't burn right now. Yeah, and there's another boss off the top deck. So, he's got an energy in hand. I guess you attach this to bench, and then you just you could defensive boss here, but I don't know if that's a great play. I suppose your play probably is to just pop Marnie, right, and hope for the best. I would probably bench Yveltal, just in case, so you can switch back into it as a good pivot there. You could bench Spiritomb. I don't like it as much, but again, you could use it to kind of finish off that Crobat on the bench if you get to, put enough damage counters onto it. He does put the Yveltal down the bench. I think that's the right play. We're going to see a Marnie here. Still no VMAX, man. Very disappointing for Ryan, I bet, right now. In the finals, just whiffing your VMAXs, and he has no way to really retreat out, so he's going to go ahead and just Power Accelerator. He will be able to put one on that benched Etern V. Excuse me, and Richard is all out of energy denial, so no matter what, next turn, Ryan should be able to research into that VMAX, put the energy on, and start at least trying to get some damage off. We're going to see him go into Boltund. This will be a one-hit KO. This is what I was saying earlier. Boltund's very good for doing sort of that higher damage output in this deck. It works perfectly well in Pikarom. Between, Raichu and Pikarom, they can only do like 150, 160, excluding the GX attacks. Boltund, just for 2 energies, can hit up towards the mid-high 200s, very consistently, and maybe breach 300 plus. So Boltund's an incredible attacker in this deck. It will be able to get the KO on this Etern V. But Richard only has 1 card in hand, and guess what? It's a Marnie. So Ryan better hope that he draws into a VMAX and an energy here. And well, okay. Wow. I guess he has the energy, so he can attach that to the bench Etern V. Research away these other 2 Etern Vs and really hope to find that VMAX this turn. You got to think that it's somewhere in deck. It's been almost this entire game, or it has been this entire game so far, and he hasn't found that VMAX. So now that I'm looking at it, Richard has 3 cards in his deck, so he's really kind of pressed for time. I guess he's hoping that he's going to find a boss. He either has that boss in hand, or maybe he just took it off the prize cards. He should have 1 more boss left in his deck, and that is obviously going to be his win condition here. We do see a Calm here, so that's nice. He will be able to attach an energy and evolve into the VMAX. He can research, try to find some Pokemon. I guess now you just bench that Etern V, right? Yeah, why not? He's going to put that energy on the VMAX. Yep, we're going to research 7 fresh cards here. Let's see what he finds. A whole bunch of supporters. And he is just barely getting the KO here, but he does get him to stamp to 2. This could be very good for him. This could be very good indeed. Again, though, Pikarom, Mewtwo, either one of them can just Tag Bolt for 200. So again, he still only needs boss. He's got plenty of energies. He will be doing 210 damage exactly, KOing this Boltund. And now he's going to take his first 2 prize cards of the game. We do see a second research, and we see Yveltal, so that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay, so the tide has kind of quickly changed. That reset stamp really did help him. But again, it really just comes down to whether he finds boss or not. I think he might have 1 more Dedenne left in deck. He's got 2 Dedenne and 1 Crobat on the board. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. But bosses is really only win condition right now. Although now that I think about it, I guess he can just go into Mewtwo, attack this Etern V, and then next turn, no matter what, get the KO, right? So I feel like that Ryan, or Richard rather, is probably in a better spot. This Pikarom deck right now, it's his board state is too good. He's going to be able to attack twice right now. He can actually Tandem Shock as well, and that would force Ryan to have the double switch. He does have the switch in hand with the Yveltal, so he can do that, but if he gets Marnie, maybe he can't, so I think that either way, Richard does have sort of the advantage here going into this turn, and we're going to just see a full blitz. I think that's totally fine here, and no matter what, he's just going to be able to go into that Mewtwo, and Tag Bolt for KO on this Etern VMAX. However, we could see, we could see Ryan try to retreat and stall a little bit. It's definitely not the best play right now. We see an energy. So now I guess we can attach to an Etern V and just research this hand away and hope, right? And just sort of hope that, Well, yeah, it's not looking good either way. It's really not. I think at this point you just switch into Yveltal, you research out, and you kind of just buy your time. You know what I'm saying? You really just kind of wait it out. And again, you hope that he doesn't have boss. You hope that he doesn't have boss, but you are discarding all of your boss with this research. And I guess you don't have to research because you can research next turn, so maybe you defensively boss this turn. Maybe that is the play, actually. Yeah, that seems to be probably a better play. And yeah, man, it's tough. It's a tough spot to be in right now if you're Ryan. I'm kind of thinking what the best play is. I think this is what you do. You have to get just 2 KOs right no matter what. So I think he is just gonna pop research. Okay. So he can evolve into a VMAX. Yeah, you don't want to evolve into the other one. You want to evolve into that one for sure. We do see Dangerous Drill. I suppose you can do this to kind of get rid of that Air Balloon, but I don't know if that's exactly going to help him too much. Again, if Richard has boss, then it's going to be game. So, I guess we kind of wait. Oh, there's a 4th boss there in his hand with 2 more Marnies. So plenty of supporters coming in late in the game. Let's see if Richard has his boss's orders for game. The most common win condition of all time. Oh, we're just going to go ahead and see a tag bolt. And that'll be the last 2 prizes. So I guess you can do that. That's why Tag Switch is incredibly, incredibly powerful. Shout out to Tablemon, man. You didn't say that Tag Switch was good. We all know it's good. It wins games. It gives you that surprise tag bolt. Incredible. So that's going to be game number 1. Goes to Richard, the Pikarom player. We're going to tune right back in for game number 2. All right, here we are, game number 2. Of course, Richard won that first game, and I think everything kind of went pretty well for him. He didn't get like an ideal start in terms of sort of the Pokemon lineup and getting that Electrify off and whatnot, but what he did hit was an early Hammers, and he got that Yell Run early on, and that's honestly the most important thing when you're going against this Eternatus, this matchup here, when you're playing Peak versus Etern. Ryan, I think, will be going second. I believe he really wants to get that Power Accelerator off, and I think that definitely is smart. He's going to start with Spiritomb in the active. He does have Switch in hand, and he's probably going to bench that Etern V. Both players saying good luck. You love to see the sportsmanship. Both players, of course, earning free entry into the $3,000 GG Tour Regional. Number 4, Chill TCG Cup number 4, coming this weekend. But, of course, the winner gets an invite to that invitational tournament. So we're going to see that Richard's starting off with Eldegoss, so not a great starting Pokemon for him. And, of course, if you're watching this, guys, we do have channel memberships now. It's only $1.99 a month. You get free entry into all Chill Series events. You get access to giveaways, Discord roles, shoutouts, and really, plenty of other great deals. So go check it out. Right below there, there'll be, next to the subscribe button, there'll be a little join button. You click that. It's just $1.99 a month. It's definitely worth it, trust me. It supports the channel, supports the community, supports the tournament prize pools. Definitely go check it out. All right, so Richard here, he's going to be quickballing for a Boltund. He's going first, though, so I assume he probably has like a Pika or Mewtwo in hand. He's going to bench that Boltund. He's going to attach an energy to it. So maybe he has just like a supporter in hand. He's going to switch into Boltund. He's going first, though, so that's an interesting play. Okay, so now we're on to Ryan. He does have that Etern V. You can attach the energy. He can switch in, maybe pop that Goon down. Really what he wants to find, though, after this Marnie is another Etern V and another energy. A Power Accelerator this turn with an extra energy on board is really going to put him in a much better spot. So I think that this is definitely the best play that he can be doing right now. Maybe Marnie away that Goon. You leave the bench space, but he's just going to go ahead and do it. I guess you put that on Boltund. Yeah, why not? We're going to go see a Marnie. And let's see what Marnie's into here. It's not a basic energy, which is a little bit troubling, to be honest with you. But again, he can quick ball away probably I would quick ball away the energy and bench the V and then go ahead and Crobat. I think that's the play that I would do. Again, is that the correct play? I don't know. Don't take it from me. I think that, yeah, so that's what he's going to do. I think that's what you have to do, to be completely honest with you. You grab that Crobat, you draw 5 more cards, and really you just hope that you do draw into that basic energy. This is kind of where running those special energies bite you in the butt a little bit. They don't really necessarily work with Power Accelerator. Power Accelerator is super important a lot of times. and we don't find that energy. So, you know what? It's up to you. Do you guys think that it's more worth running a hiding energy or just running completely basics? You know, that free retreat can be nice, but missing out on that power accelerator might cost him the game, right, in the long run. So, you know, comment below. You know, would you guys prefer to run hiding energy or all basics? Well, you know, I know Zach Lesage and his E-turn list runs all basics. You know, it's a tough call. Now we're on to Richard's turn here. He does have that Boltund in the active spot. He probably will be able to electrify here. But realistically, he really just wants to find a Hammers, find a Yellgrunt, whatever it might be. I don't know what his hand looks like, unfortunately. You know, but yeah, it's definitely very interesting. It's definitely very interesting. So we'll see. We'll see how this works. Taking some time here. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. Maybe he's like checking his emails. Maybe he's watching some chill TCG videos. Who knows? He's going to Electromagnetic Radar away to Marnie's, which is a little bit interesting. Probably going to find, you know, of course, the Pikarom, Choo-Choo. He might just find Peek and a Dedenne, depending on if he has another supporter in hand. Of course, we'll see. He's going to look through his deck, check his prize cards, do all that good stuff that good players should be doing. So we're just going to sit here and ponder on life. How you guys doing? Doing all right? Okay, yeah, so he finds Dedenne, finds Pikarom, so that means he does not have any like supporter in hand. Maybe he has energy in hand. No, he's got a quick ball. Okay. So he's going to quick ball away, a switch. Oh, he's going to Crobat. So now he's got Crobat and Dedenne in hand. He's going to Crobat for 5, and then perhaps end his turn on Dedenne. Let's see what he draws into here. Could it be that he will be able to get a Choo-Choo down in the discard pile and maybe a Mewtwo on board? Oh, he does find the Hammers. That's extremely important. Is it heads? Is it heads? Wow, it's heads. That is, you know, that's really, it's so important, right? That Hammerheads is like the most important Hammerheads you ever could land as a Pikarom player on an E-turn V, only 1 energy on board, them going into turn 2 with no energy. He doesn't know it yet, but Ryan doesn't even have energy in hand, and he's got 2 in the discard pile already. We're going to see a boss, actually, into the Crobat. Interesting, but we're going to go ahead and see an Electrify. He's going to put 2 there on the Pikarom, giving it 3 energy, 4 in total, while, of course, Ryan has 0, and he's got 3 Research in hand. Oh, no. And it's looking like you're going to just have to... Oh, well, you could Marnie. You could Marnie, but I don't know if it's worth it. I mean, I guess Marnie. You really don't... Yeah. It's hard. It's a hard call. Getting rid of 3 Research is kind of tough, but now we just see some energies. So he can get a Power Accelerator off this turn, which isn't terrible. You know, it's definitely better than nothing, I would say. And we do have a Calm, so maybe you draw into... Oh, he gets rid of the Marnie. Well, okay, yeah, so he's going to Quick Ball for Goon. So I think this is the play, right? I think you just switch in to E-turn, attach the Hiding Energy, Calm for the VMAX, evolve the bench, this kind of leaves you with a dead hand, though, so I don't know if discarding the Marnie... Oh, no, he has Research, so he's chilling. So yeah, I mean, this is actually, this turn turned out pretty decent for Ryan, actually. Not bad at all. He's going to switch into the V. This is definitely the correct play. Attach the Hiding to the V. Don't misplay there. Okay, perfect. And then he's going to go ahead and just Power Accelerator, attaching that basic energy to his benched Eternatus VMAX. So definitely a very good turn. Ends his turn with Research in hand. Very, very good. Now I guess we just wait and see what Richard has in store. He does have the Pikarom with 3 energies. If he can bench a Mewtwo, bench a Choo-Choo or whatnot, get the full blitz off this turn, could still be in a very good position. And you never know. Like, he could hit a Hammers, he could hit Yellgrunt in this turn. He does still have Dedenne in hand, so, you know, he has what he needs to perhaps just swing this right back in his favor. And this matchup is extraordinarily, you know, I don't want to say luck-based, but again, it does come down to whether you find those Hammers, find the Yellgrunts, flip heads, whether your opponent gets the Power Accelerator off, finds the energy. There's just a lot of factors in play that really come into, you know, how this matchup plays out. Where he's actually going to attach the Boltund, which I actually kind of like, and he's going to go ahead to Dedenne out. Puts a second Pikarom on the bench, actually. Okay, whiffs, gets tails on that Hammers. He's not going to be able to Tandem Shock this game. I don't know if that's necessarily, like, super important. Oh, there's the Yellgrunt. Okay. And Boltund is, of course, 5 times 3. He's doing 160 this turn. Maybe, okay, no switch. So he is not going to be able to full blitz. He just does 160 to this E-turn. But this E-turn here in the active spot, of course, could become evolved this turn. And I suppose getting the KO on this Boltund isn't the worst play. I might attach to the bench still and then just retreat into Yveltal. That might be my play. I don't know if that's necessarily the smartest thing to do. Because again, boss is here. That could be kind of scary. But really the question is, where do you attach this? Is he going to attach it to the V? Spiritomb? What's he doing? What's the play? Yeah, on the VMAX, that's what I would have done. Again, I'm not saying it was the correct play, but it's the play that I would have made. And now I think you can evolve the active as well. Just because, like, why not? Although maybe you probably don't. Maybe you save it for that bench. And yeah, maybe you save it for the benched Etern V. That might be the smart play. He's going to bench the Spiritomb. He's got one bench space open for a Crobat. We're going to see him calm away the VMAX. Okay. I'm not sure if there was a benefit to calming away the VMAX. Maybe because he's going to Marnie this turn. Wait, he grabbed Spiritomb. Okay, so he's going to pop both comms. He might quick ball for nothing here. Or he's going to quick. Okay, so he's going to calm it back. Quick. Okay. And then quick ball. Okay. Same sort of idea here. He's going to go ahead and grab the Crobat. He's going to draw 4 cards here. Does find a VMAX. And he can Power Accelerator, actually. So not terrible, I suppose. But now, Richard's not in a great position. Oh, he puts it on the Etern V. Okay. Sure. So this Eternatus V in the active spot, most likely getting KO'd this turn. And then, he has the option to go into either Etern VMAX. Hopefully he does find that energy. Richard here, he's in kind of a strange position. Just because, all of a sudden, Ryan has 3 energies on board. I mean, you would like him to have like 1 or maybe 2 between these. So we see Yell Grunt off the Etern VMAX. I think that's a good play. Maybe he has another Hammers. If he hits a Hammers on the benched Etern V, this game is all of a sudden just swing right back into Richard's, into his favor. Doesn't have the Hammers, but he's just going to go ahead and KO that Etern V there. He's going to take 2 prizes. Of course, Ryan does have the VMAX in hand as well as that energy that was just put in there. So, he will be able to get a KO on this Boltund this turn and start attacking with Etern VMAX. So, it's not terrible. Oh, he can actually boss into Pikarom here as well. So this turn is looking pretty nice for Ryan, actually. It's looking like a pretty nice turn for Ryan. He's going to take 3 prize cards here, knock off that Peak. Very good. All great things. And it's looking like he has the advantage at this point. It really does. All right, finding that Power Accelerator was absolutely clutch. We're going to see him go into the V. Is he going to KO Boltund, or do you boss into Pikarom? If it were me, I would boss into Peak. Just because maybe you're just 1 boss away from winning at that point. Yeah, he's going to find a KO on this Pikarom. He's going to take 3 more prize cards. 1 is Stamp, okay. Etern VMAX. And a Switch. Okay, so no boss. I don't know if they're really... well, he's down 2. He's got 2 left in deck. I don't know if he prized any. I didn't really see when he was searching through his deck. But you know what? Ryan's in a very good position right now. Currently, he is in a good position. Again, Richard doesn't have, like, Choo-Choo, so he can't really try to stall in that aspect. But, Ryan does have Switch in hand. But anyway, that is a very good strategy. We're going to see a Hammer come out. Okay, that's Tails. All right. So he's only got 1 Hammer left in deck. All out of Yell Grunts. And, he's in a pretty difficult position. Oh, he will be able to Coco here, actually. Okay. Coco's very nice here. He can get that energy on Pikarom while also getting another energy on board. Get some damage off with that Boltund. And perhaps, get a 2-hit KO on this Etern VMAX, right? I guess that's a good play at this point. We're going to see him quick ball for something. That Mewtwo, which will most likely fill the bench space after he Cocos. I'm not sure. He does Air Balloon the Eldegoss, who he will be able to retreat out, so that's important. So yeah, he's going to put that energy on Peak and on Dedenne. I think that's also smart. Spread that energy out. Boltund now doing 160 damage. And that'll be enough, of course, to 2-hit KO this Etern. Of course, you'll have to tag Bolt next turn for that 200 to finish off the KO, but, it's better than nothing. And, I would say that Ryan still has kind of the advantage here. Again, he's just sort of hoping to top deck boss for game. But other than that, I think Richard's not in a terrible position. I would rather be Ryan, though, right now for sure. But, we'll see. He does bench that Mewtwo. Does he have a Tag Switch, actually? You know, he could find Tag Switch. I don't think he's attached to this turn. So he could Tag Switch attach. And I guess go for some Tandem Shock business. Maybe. Just maybe. Oh, we see a Stamp. Yeah, that's clutch. Stamp is crazy clutch. Gets rid of that Switch in hand. Now, if he does have the Tag Switch, cheese. Oh, he drew into a Switch anyway. Okay. Well, still, that was kind of terrifying. I guess really, if you're Richard in that scenario, you're kind of just assuming, or kind of, you know, assuming that he might have Boss's Orders in hand, and you definitely don't want to allow him to keep those cards. But that Reset Stamp, you know, I don't know. Now he's doing 190, of course, with the attachment. We do not top deck Boss. Have no way to draw more cards either. This Boltund will be getting KO'd, but, you know, next turn, this Eternatus VMAX will be getting KO'd as well. So I believe Ryan still has a Hammer left in deck. So, oh, he's going to go into Tomb here. Okay, I mean, you are getting the KO on this Boltund, but you really just hope that he doesn't have Boss. He's going to Marnie. Doesn't find Boss's Order still. A little bit upsetting if you are Ryan right now. Really wanting to find that Boss's Orders. He has Ordinary Rod in his deck. That is interesting. Very interesting, actually. And he's just going to play it. Shuffle some Pokemon back into his deck. Shuffle some energy back into his deck. It's an interesting card to play in E-Turn, for sure. I mean, I don't know if I've ever really seen that or seen that very often, but definitely interesting, for sure. The Spiritomb will be getting the KO on the Boltund, which is good. Right, it's good to get you know, KOs. That puts you one prize card away. But you know, I don't know. It's not like super ideal. I guess is sort of the idea here. He does find an energy. What's he take off the second prize card? Is it Boss? No, it's Eternatus V. Okay. This is super interesting right now. The sort of the state of the board right now. You know, he only has 4 energies on board. You know, you're most likely not at all really going to be able to tag bolts for multiple prize cards here. He goes into the Eldegoss, even though it doesn't have Air Balloon anymore. I guess it's sort of your best option for a pivot. There's another Air Balloon. He's going to put that on the Eldegoss, and I suppose at this point, what's the play? What is he saying? Well played. Oh, he has Boss. Yeah, okay, so he's going to KO the E-Turn. See, this is why I kind of thought about it a little bit. When he attached to the Spiritomb, I didn't know if that was necessarily the best play. And I only thought that because now you can't KO anything else on the board with Spiritomb. It doesn't do enough. And you can't, you know, now you're just one turn behind in terms of setting up that E-Turn VMAX, right? And I guess that's, yeah. So I guess that was sort of a misplay or a miscalculation on Ryan's part. I guess you really just sort of banked on him not having Boss, and if he didn't, then it was probably the correct play, but, you know, putting yourself in that, you know, position to get punished, probably not ideal. But again, you know, I'm not saying it was a bad play on Ryan's perspective. You know, he didn't know he had Boss. He did, you know, he had a few cards in hand, but overall, you know, the punishment factor there is pretty high. And we're going to see a Stamp to 1. I don't know how much that matters at this point. I think you're going to have to just attach the Eternatus VMAX and just switch into it. Yeah, you're going to have to switch in. And, yeah, that is pretty much game at this point. I mean, assuming that Richard doesn't have one Boss in his hand, and he still has access to another Dedenne, I believe, to find it. So maybe he has like a Quick Ball in hand, or he has Dedenne in hand, who knows. But yeah, it's interesting. I mean, again, it's still winnable on Ryan's perspective. That Stamp definitely pretty clutch. Maybe an early well played from Richard. But no, okay, so he puts it onto Spiritomb. I don't know about that. I guess he's going all in on the Spiritombs here. I definitely would have just set up Eternatus VMAX from the beginning. And you know, just tried to, you know, because if he attached to Eternatus VMAX the turn before, he would be able to put 2 energies on these Eternatus VMAX now, switch in and KO this Pikarom, right? That could have been the position that he could have been in right now, and it's just a little bit unfortunate that Richard did have Boss in hand, and we just gotta hope that he doesn't have Boss in hand again right now in this turn, or maybe he has like Dedenne or a way to find it, right? But we'll see. We're gonna see a Dangerous Drill off the Speed Energy, which is interesting, but again, it's better than nothing, right? Definitely better than nothing. Forces him to have an energy, so. So yeah. I suppose if he has Tag Switch and Energy, no, because that's just 5. So I don't know. He just needs an Energy and Boss, I suppose, right? Like that's sort of his play. And again, attaching that Energy to Spiritomb, I don't understand that play. I guess he's just playing for Boss at this point, but still also very interesting play. I don't know if this was really the correct time to start setting up those Spiritombs. Oh, he's got the Tag Switch. So now he can attack with Peak. Does he have Boss in hand? Did he really have Tag Switch Boss? Was that his last turn? Okay, we're going to see a research. So he won't be able to KO this turn. But if Ryan doesn't... Oh, we see Stamp to 1. If Ryan doesn't find Boss, or top deck Boss this turn, then, of course, Richard wins. So, again, it just comes down to Boss. Whoever has Boss is going to win this game. And but at least Richard here playing Peak, he can... At least he'll be able to full blitz onto E-turn this turn. And the next turn, probably going to be able to tag Bolt for game. Top deck Boss? No. Okay. But yeah, like I said, if he had started to attach to that E-turn VMAX a few turns prior, he could have attacked with E-turn VMAX this turn, and perhaps got the win. He's gonna say, that's a wrap. Congrats on the win. You love to see the sportsmanship from Ryan there. Great players. It was a great game. Unfortunately, just didn't go Ryan's way in the end. But I think Richard played it very well. So he's going to go ahead, scoop it up, give him the game. Shout out to both players there. Fantastic grand finals match. It was a great tournament. Great way to end the tournament. Congrats to Richard for getting an invitation to the Invitational tournament next week. Congrats to both players for getting free entry into that GG Tour $3,000 regional tournament this weekend. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Matty here from Chill TCG. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video if you liked the video. If you want to support the community, click join down below next to the subscribe button. That's going to wrap it up for me. I'll see you guys later. I'll see you guys tomorrow when I post the video. And, catch you guys soon.